Hi everybody, long time no see. Today we are going to clean up this kitchen a little bit and make some lunch and take care of that. And then I just skimmed some milk, turned into butter, and I am hoping that today, while maybe some kids take a nap, we are going to process up some peppers. Hopefully the last, probably not the last at this point, but it's winding down. Of the jalapenos out of the garden, we are going to make something called Cowboy Candy, which is something we give a lot of for Christmas gifts, for Christmas, family, friends, etc. And so it's never too early to start thinking about Christmas gifts. And so we're going to do some homemade Christmas gifts with the Cowboy Candy. And then in the future here, I've still got some strawberries, some rhubarb, and some cranberries in the freezer. So today we are gonna make Cowboy Candy. And you know what? If all we do today is we get the peppers chopped up, that is great. We can go from there. But we're gonna do some Cowboy Candy today. And then in the future here, very soon, I hope, we are gonna start making some jelly with some of the stuff we put in the freezer. So, I guess we could call this a small preparing for Christmas series here. But, so, anyway, way too much chit chat. Let's get down to business. I'm gonna do something with this milk. We're gonna finish cleaning the kitchen. I'm gonna make some lunch and we will catch you guys back very soon with some Cowboy Candy. How many peppers we're dealing with? It is a half a laundry basket full. They're not all jalapenos. These are Hungarian yellow wax that I can, like banana peppers. Some of them are poblanos. A whole lot of them, oh, this one's icky. A whole lot of them are habaneros, and we will turn this, we have a recipe for this. It's not a recipe you're going to find in the book, but once I perfect it, I will share it with you guys. I'm going to get rid of this one. But a lot of them are jalapenos. So let's get these separated out into our strainer. I just washed this. We're going to get these washed and then we'll get started. And you need one batch of Cowboy Candy is 3 pounds of jalapeno peppers. And so you need your scale too.
A lot of these peppers are
this
is a jalapeno.
That's right, smart girl.
And it looks pretty small, but it's still big and
Is it still very spicy?
it's still very spicy. Can't we?
Alright, so there's 3 pounds worth. Because we still need to take the tops off. I should get a bowl. Here, we'll use this for now because it's right here. Now I'm going to do my best not to touch these peppers because all of my gloves are down at the barn and it's kind of gross, full of dust. And I do not want to be touching these and getting these jalapeno oils on my skin and then touching a baby's really soft skin. So, find me holding onto the stems. It does look nicer when you chop all these up by hand. Right now, trying to get this done via, thank you, during nap time. I am gonna use this, save us some time between milking the cow and doing stuff with the milk. We have yogurt going back here anyways. Thank you. We are going to...
I'm going to use the peppers.
Thank you.
That's called helping.
You are a very good helper. We are going to utilize this, even if it's not going to give us as pretty of a product. It's still going to get it done. And that's the important part right now.
I like the red ones and the orange, some orange ones.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Hold on. Thank you.
Do that one next.
All right.
Okay?
Let's make sure that this isn't too loud. Ready?
Oh.
And if I suspect any of them might, sometimes peppers get icky on the inside. If I suspect anything, I'll whip them in half and just make sure there's no mold growth or anything. And that's as simple as just kind of whipping it in half. Looks all good to me. All right, let's get these done, huh, babe?
Yep. I like the big humps. Peppers.
So you can see here that not all of them are sliced perfectly, but it's still gonna work, guys. Isn't that pretty? It's like built-in Christmas colors.
Like built-in Christmas colors.
Built-in Christmas colors. So you can chop them, or you can use the food processor, whatever you prefer. Again, with an infant and everything we've got going on, I haven't used the food processor.
No one came out.
And saved myself some time. All right, I think we're gonna measure out another 3 pounds and make this a double batch because we got quite a few left. And just so you have an idea, this bowl is full and this is still full too. So we're gonna take these, add them in here. I am going to, what do you call that? Saran wrap this bowl and put it in the fridge, and we'll continue with it tomorrow. 4 cups of sugar per batch. This is a double batch, so we need 8 cups of sugar. So I know how many I had in there. That's how I keep track and count to myself. I use this for the cow. I have since I opened this one and used it for a different recipe, and then I went to take it down to the barn, and I went, why should I keep going through a little container a week? And I took my big gallon down to the barn, and so we're going to use this up. All right, we need 4 cups of ACV, apple cider vinegar. I remember this is for a double batch, or a whole bottle, less than about a tablespoon. This looks ridiculous. There's like this much sugar in here. All right, and 2 teaspoons of salt. All right, I'm gonna put this away, and we're gonna bring this to a boil. We're gonna add our jalapenos and cook, and I need to get that canner rolling. I have half pints in the dishwasher and some lids. Yeah, really the most time consuming part about this whole recipe, I feel like, is chopping these up. But by utilizing our food processor, it really didn't take us that long this year at all. And if I am sitting here scratching my eyes, guys, continuously washing my hands because I've been scratching my eyes, I have no idea what is out there in the air, but my eyes have been so itchy. Our little Paisley pony, my girlfriend made this for us, but little Paisley pony out there she's out there, she's even wheezing. So I don't know what is blooming right now or what is going on, but my eyes are super itchy. She's wheezing, Dave is sneezing. So, see me itching my eyes. Something going on outside. So we're just gonna stir it to dissolve all that sugar, and then we are gonna let this come to a boil. So this is making our syrup. So remember, this Cowboy Candy is spicy, but it is also quite sweet. It's a funny story. When it was my birthday, I told Dave I wanted, don't buy me flowers, buy me chickens. And then he finds this mug. And these were my chickens that he bought me. And now it's my favorite. Alright, see if we can burn ourselves to wheezing here. Alright, and then we need to bring this back to a boil and cook for 5 minutes. It should be perfect because our jars that are in the dishwasher are just about done. Alright, so when they're all done, they will look something like this. Hopefully it focuses on that. They go from looking that really bright, vibrant green to like these. I love it when there are some red jalapenos in there because we give so many of these. There it goes again. Darn it. I'm gonna get a little plate for this. We give so many of these for Christmas gifts and stuff like that that the red and the green just looks like Christmas. And so we're really close here. We're counting down our 5 minutes, and then we will be putting these in jars and getting ready to go. Okay, and now that it has been 5 minutes, the baby just woke up from his nap, and so I'm going to take time to feed him and get him settled, and we'll come back to this. No big deal. And after we address the baby, we will wipe all of our rims and put new lids and rings on, and into the canner we'll go. Gosh, everything's so sticky. You don't want anything in between your rim and what will be the gasket on your lid, otherwise you will have a failed seal. So I am just kind of scrubbing these the best I can. Alright, we're going to bring that back to a rolling boil, and then we're going to process for 10 minutes. Why are you being crabby? Why are you being crabby? Are you going to giggle? Are you going to giggle? Our timer just went off. We're going to turn this off, set another timer for 5 minutes to let that kind of simmer down a little bit. And then we'll get these out of here. And we've got a whopping 4 jars left. We're going to plop in there and do it all again. Yes, the baby is already still crabby, but we just needed to get this done. You may have noticed I've already got the mop out because the floor is all sticky. Alright, I guess we did have one failure. Oh my goodness, are you a helper down here? Did you just learn you can make noise? So we did have one failed seal, and that's okay. We'll put this one in the fridge and we'll use that. And I just thought maybe you guys are probably like, what in the world do you use Cowboy Candy for? If you're like Dave, you use it on everything. I like to make it into a dip, especially these ones for holidays that are green and red. You mix it with a brick of cream cheese. If it's a small one like this, I would use the whole thing and maybe a half of this one. And you can serve that with crackers or bread. I use it sometimes in the place of fresh jalapenos in a jalapeno cheddar sourdough loaf. But really, if you're like Dave or my brother who greatly enjoy spicy stuff, you can use it just about in anything. Or some people eat it out of the jar. But if you don't like spicy like myself, you won't enjoy that. But so that is how we use cowboy candy. It is quite simple, and we hope you give it a try.